am Devat Maharaja and I would like to welcome you all to my YouTube channel called Brahma Gaje, a channel that is dedicated to philosophical discourse. In this episode, I am providing a summary of day 6 of Srimad Bhagavad Katha that was held here locally in Maryland at a temple called the Greater Baltimore Temple, located in Finksburg, Maryland. And the Katha was conducted by the High Priest of the temple, Acharya Shri Padmanabh Joshi. On day 6, on this day, Panditji started with the story of Krishna Avatar. Krishna Avatar, as we have learned in the previous episodes, is the 22nd avatar of Lord Vishnu. The 21st avatar is the Lord Balaram Avatar. And as we had learned in the past, Balaram Avatar and Krishna Avatar came together. The story goes like this. Kansa's sister, Devaki, was wedded to Kansa's best friend, Vasudev. Kans was the evil demon king who had created a havoc on this planet, and nobody could defeat him. He was out of control. But he loved his sister very much. However, he had learned that the 8th son of Devaki, his sister, the 8th son will kill him. So in that rage, in that anger, Kans had imprisoned his sister and his brother-in-law, his best friend Vasudev. One day, as Devaki became pregnant, Kans came and killed the first child. And after that, Kans killed up to 6 children of Devaki, one after the other, under the fear that any one of them could possibly kill him. These infants were smashed against the hard walls of the prison and thus killed. The 7th son, Sankarshan, however, was not killed. One day, Vasudev's other wife, Rohini, came to visit Vasudev and Devaki in the prison, and somehow with certain sophisticated technique, the womb of Devaki, who was at that time pregnant, that womb was transferred to Rohini, the other wife of Vasudev, in secrecy. Nobody really knew. And Rohini went. Kans mistook this as a miscarriage. And he was so arrogant that he said, "Hey, look, I am so powerful that the nature itself is afraid of me." It decided not to be born. So the 7th son or 7th child of Devaki, in Kansa's mind, never came. But again, in secrecy, Lord Shankarshan, Balaram Avatar, had already taken form outside of the prison by the transfer of the womb of Devaki to Rohini. Now comes the time for the 8th son. Devaki is pregnant again, and Kans had put his entire army guarding the prison. He was watching every single moment. One night, Lord Vishnu came to Devaki and Vasudeva and told them that, "Hey, I'm about to be born. And my purpose is to kill the evil, including Kans. That is the reason why I'm taking avatar." Again, as we have learned, Lord Vishnu, the maintainer god, takes avatar time upon time to annihilate evil and restore order. That is the purpose. So Lord Vishnu said, "I am going to be born as your son, Krishna. But as soon as I'm born, you will take me to your friend's house in Gokul. Vasudev's friend Nandarai and his wife Yashoda lived in Gokul. So Lord Vishnu said, take me there as soon as I take a form of a child. And Yashoda is also pregnant, by the way. So this is a setup, a staged. Vasudev said, yes, but how would I take you? Look, Kansa's strongest army is guarding the prison. I'm in shackles. There is no way I can get out. Bhagavan Vishnu said, do not worry. I will take care of that. And when the time comes, the child takes shape. Lord Vishnu takes the avatar of Shri Krishna, the infant baby at this time, who is not really named at this stage, takes shape. And as soon as the baby takes shape, the prison doors automatically open. The entire army of Kans goes to sleep. The shackles of Lord Vasudev gets broken, and Vasudev finds a little basket that was there in the prison, puts the baby in the basket, and goes towards Gokul. Now he has to cross the Yamuna river. And it happened that at that time there was tremendous rain. Again, the maintainer god has taken form, and the Prakriti, the nature itself, is welcoming. It's happy. Everything is joyful, even though this is a midnight. And yet, the entire nature was totally joyful. The Yamuna river was jumping with joy also. And Vasudev puts the baby over his head and swims. And the river wanted to touch the feet of the child. Again, this is the maintainer god. Wanted to pay respect. So, the Yamuna river came really, really high, almost drowning Vasudev. And finally, Lord Krishna realizes, yes, I need to do something. So, tells the Yamuna river, make way. You have my blessings. Yamuna river touches the feet of the baby, and the river makes way for Vasudev so that he can easily travel. And Lord Sheshnag, the serpent upon which Lord Vishnu rests in Vaikuntha, also came to protect the baby from the heavy rain, became the umbrella. Beautiful sight here. And with all this assistance, Vasudev goes to Gokul, to his friend's house. Nandarai opens the door, and Vasudev says, here's my child. Give me your child. At that time, Yashoda had given birth to a baby girl, but she was unconscious. She did not know what had happened. Nandarai realized that this is the special child, Krishna, and this was all again destined. So Nandarai gives the baby girl to Vasudev, and Vasudev exchanges the baby Krishna with Nandarai and goes back to prison. Again, the child had to be returned because Kans was awaiting the birth of the 8th child. As soon as Vasudev returns back to the prison, his shackles come back. The entire situation goes back to the way it was before Vasudev left, as if nothing had ever happened. The army all of a sudden wakes up, doesn't even realize that they were sleeping. Kans hears the crying of this child. The baby girl starts crying. Kans hears that and rushes towards Vasudev in the prison. Sees the child and realizes, oops, I was told that the 8th child would be a son who would be killing me. This is a helpless little baby girl. Wow, the nature is afraid of me, says Kans. In that arrogance, just like he had done before with other 6 children of Devaki and Vasudev, he grabs the baby by the legs and tries to throw the baby, as he had done in the past, against the harsh, hard walls of the prison. But the baby slips away from the hands of Kans and takes the form of Jogmaya, the energy form of Sri Vishnu, and tells Kans, I am the energy force of the universe. Kans, who are you to kill me? I am everywhere. I am the energy. You will not be able to destroy me. This was all staged. The child that you're looking for has already taken form. The 8th child, the son of Devaki, has been born. And be warned, Kans, you will be killed. That is it. And the Jogmaya vanishes. Kans is now really afraid. What happened? How did the child came into this existence? I was guarding everything. This was a baby girl. Again, he did not know. And with that anger and also fear, goes back. Vasudeva and Devaki are still imprisoned. So that is how Lord Krishna was born. And here we, in concept, celebrate the birth of Shri Krishna. Happy birthday to Krishna. Next we learned about Putana. Now Kans is so afraid that he wants to kill every single infant that was born in that time period in the entire kingdom. Any village, every village. So Kans sends various demons and evils to kill that, and Putana was one of them. Now in the past life, Putana was the daughter of Bali, the demon king, who was also a devotee of Lord Vishnu. And when Vaman Avatar, as we had learned in the past, came and took the entire region of King Bali, the daughter at that time, in that life, was impressed by this little boy, and mentally she had prayed to Lord Vishnu that I want to be your mother. But again, she also had wished, as soon as she saw that her father's entire region was simply captured by this little boy, she was also very angry. She also had the thought of anger. So both were conflicting thoughts at that time in the past life of this Putana, who was at that time the daughter of King Bali. So again, that is how the parallel story works and connects the two avatars together. So again, in this life form, in this age, Putana is here to kill baby Krishna, because again she was sent to actually find the 8th child of Devaki, and thus one after the other she kept killing every single infant that came in the way. Saw this little baby playing outside, again in the little cloth laying around somewhere outside, and she saw and just goes towards the baby and tries to kill Krishna with her poisoned breast milk. The infant, Krishna, the maintainer god, Lord Vishnu, realizes this and sucks the life out of Putana as Putana was breastfeeding the child, and Putana is dead. Putana, who could never be killed by anybody, the mighty demon Putana, was killed at once. Again, the cover of Krishna has already now been broken. Kans realizes that is the 8th child. So one after the other, Kans sends various demons. The next one is Trinavarta, who is the tornado demon. Trinavarta one day takes form of a tornado, and baby Krishna, the infant, is resting under a bull cart. Mother Jashoda is doing some chores nearby, keeping an eye on the baby. But this tremendous force of tornado just rushes towards everybody. Everything is flying in the air, and also takes the carriage, the bull cart, and baby Krishna, everything in the air. And Krishna realizes that this is no tornado, this is the demon Trinavarta, and kills the demon in midair. everything goes back to normal. And here again, Kansa's evil was defeated. Now, the baby is growing a little bit, and Garg Rishi comes and names the baby Krishna. But this naming ceremony also happened in secrecy, because nobody really could know that this child is actually the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Again, Kans had now gotten the idea, because the cover was broken. There was this mighty child that was killing all the demons. So he now kind of had an idea. But other than that, really, it was not official. And therefore, the secret still had to be kept. Next comes the wonderful act of baby Krishna. As he's growing, he's in love with this white buttered cream makhan. And Krishna loves makhan so much that he would go to anybody's house, invited or not invited, would see the makhan and take and eat it. He became the stealer of makhan, and thus the name was given to him, Makhan Chor. And everybody in Gokul were in this love-hate relationship with Krishna. They loved Krishna, but this cute little boy would come and steal the makhan uninvited. But at the same time, their matukis, their pots, were constantly being broken. So, hearing all this, one day Jashoda Mata, the mother of Krishna, becomes very angry and ties Krishna to a wooden mortar with rope against two large trees and goes away. Krishna breaks free from that tremendous tying and the mortar and breaks the two trees entirely. The two trees fall, and all of a sudden two yakshas, two demigods, appear. This was also staged. In their past lives, Rishi Narad had given a curse to these two demigods who were blindly insulting all the sages, including Narad. So a curse was given that you will become tree. And when the demigods in that past life begged the Rishi Narad, Narad said, "Do not worry, Lord Krishna in his avatar will rescue you." So this was that staged, again, the parallel stories from the past year connecting to the story of Krishna rescuing the yakshas. And the demigods become really happy and thank Krishna and go away. Next comes is the Vastrasur. The Vastrasur demon that was sent by Kans takes a form of a cow calf. Again, Krishna and Balaram, the elder brother of Krishna, and the entire gang there in at the time Vrindavan, because Krishna had decided that Gokul was no longer safe, they had moved to Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan, this, the daily chore was for Krishna every day. He would take the cows to pasture. The cows would be doing their things, and here the Krishna, Balaram, and entire gang would be playing. That is the daily chore. So this demon, Vrittasur, takes the form of the cow calf and blends in with the other. Lord Krishna sees the cow calf approaching him, grabs the cow calf by its tail, and killing the demon Vastrasur at once. Kans had sent another asur named Bakasur. Bakasur takes a form of a crane, a bird crane, and he had long beak. And Bakasur, who was wandering in Vrindavan, was known for killing anybody that came there. He would just simply swallow them. Again, in this disguised form of a big bird, a crane bird with a long beak. In this case, he was tasked to kill Krishna. Tries to swallow Krishna. And once he swallows Krishna, he feels restless. And Krishna then is vomited out. And in that time, Krishna picks the two beaks of that demon bird, Bakasur, and completely rips him apart, thus killing the Bakasur. The next comes Aghasur, the serpent demon. This demon takes a form of a huge serpent and opens the mouth very wide, as if it's like a beautiful cave. The Gopkans, the friends of Krishna, Balaram and Krishna, they're all playing there, and they see this mysterious entry. They think it's a cave. So they all go in the cave. Krishna knows that this is the demon Aghasur. He had to be ended, but he plays along. They all go inside the mouth of this big python, big snake. Again, they did not know that this was a snake. It looked like a big cave. Again, the snake had taken a huge form. Krishna, Balaram, and all the gops go inside the belly of the snake. The snake shuts the mouth close. Everybody is now afraid, and they pray to Krishna, please rescue us. And Krishna punches through the head of the snake, takes a big form, and eventually breaks free, killing the demon Aghasur. Breaks free from the top of the serpent snake, and again everybody is then rescued. A poetry by Narsi Mehta comes into the mind that Pran thaki mune Vaishnava vala aharnish ene gaure tap tirat vaikut padmuki bhakt bulave tyajaure. Again, my devotees are beloved. If they call me, if they summon me with true intention, I will come and rescue them from any condition that there is. So far, Krishna had killed so many demons, rescued the people of then Gokul, now Vrindavan, from all the evil. Why? Because they were with true intention summoning Krishna. And Krishna, the maintainer god, Lord Vishnu, in his Krishna form, is trying to restore order here. Here we learn another definition of Shri Hari. Shri Hari is somebody who removes all your worries. When Aghasur, again, Aghasur here represents sins. Snake here, the serpent here, represents, symbolizing snake. Again, these stories have a deeper meaning. The snake here is symbolizing sin. In Bible also, there is the snake who had tempted Adam and Eve to eat that sinful apple. And then after eating that apple, they were banished. Similar parallel story here, kind of in a way, is also there in the Indic civilization, in the Bhagavad Puran here, in this story of Aghasur. So Shri Hari is the remover of worries. Another definition, Shri Hari is also the remover of sins. And that is what we learned on this day, the day 6. And we rested here. That is all I have for you. Namaste.